How you guys doing? Hanging in there? Good. First of all, I just wanted to say thank you so much for having this opportunity, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you to the Chancellor, UMassBoston, to Jesse for constantly playing phone tag with me when we were trying to figure out the logistics of this. So just thank you. This is an outstanding event, even this ice sculpture. I've been looking at it, trying to decide if I could throw my skates on and maybe maneuver myself on it. But when I was asked to speak here today, I did probably what most of the speakers did. I thought to myself, what is an idea that I have that's worth spreading? What do people want to hear from me? Honestly, at this point today, I could probably talk about the idea I had last week on the pitcher's mound at the Red Sox game. I don't know if anyone saw what happened there, but had an idea to make a spoof on the Yankees pitcher for his suspension for having pine tar on his neck, and that idea went viral. It was everywhere. Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Nessun, Barstool, everywhere. I was getting calls like crazy. I couldn't even believe it. But anyways, the reason I'm here today is obviously because I'm a two-time Olympian. I'm a two-time silver medalist in women's ice hockey. And while normally, when I get up in front of kids or schools, I speak at corporate functions or different events, I usually talk about the ins and outs of hockey, my journey to the Olympics, what it was like to get there, where I went to high school, and my team I played on there, where I went to college and the team I played on there, and just what Sochi was like, what Vancouver was like. And while all of that I think is fascinating, I love to talk about it, it's not necessarily going to be my point today. I love sports. I love activities. I love anything that gets people moving, gets people outside, gets people communicating, working together, sweating, on the field, on the ice, on the court, whatever. But like I said, that's not necessarily what I'm going to talk about today. I'm so captivated by these commercials that Dick's Sporting Goods has out. I don't know if any of you have seen them or know what I'm talking about. But if you haven't, what they do is they follow around a young athlete in their struggles, in their successes, in the classroom, at home, in life, what have you. And towards the end, it shows them with their teammates, celebrating, enjoying each other, lifting each other up, smiling, whether that day they just failed the test or had a really tough experience at home. And the tagline at the end of all these commercials is simple. It says, "Sports matter." Now, like I said, I'm sure everyone in here is not as passionate about sports and activities as I am, and that's totally fine. And everyone in here isn't necessarily surrounded by sports all the time. So what I am here to talk to you today about, and what I've learned through sports, is that people matter. And although all you guys aren't surrounded by sports all the time, you're most certainly always surrounded by people. Let me tell you a story. It was 1998, and women's ice hockey had just debuted in the Winter Olympic Games in Nagano, Japan. The U.S. women's hockey team won a gold medal, the first ever gold medal in women's ice hockey in the Olympics. I was 12 years old, and a girl on the team, her name was Gretchen Ulian, she came to my hometown and she spoke to an auditorium full of kids. It had to have been 300 of us. During that time with Gretchen, we got to put on her medals. We got to put on her Olympic jersey, take pictures with her. She signed autographs for us. And for me, as a young athlete, I was decided in that moment in my life. I was going to go to the Olympics. I was going to represent Team USA and play on the world stage at an Olympic Games. Fast forward, and I did. I did it twice. It didn't come without a lot of hard work, but it came. I recently, after the last Olympics in 2014, I received a letter from a girl that I had met after Vancouver in 2010. Young girl at the time, and in my profession as an athlete and a role model for young girls, I travel around everywhere. I try to get a message across to these young kids that they can do anything. I take pride in it. I want to be a great role model for them. So this girl, she writes me a letter, and in the letter it says, "I was so honored to meet you that time. You changed my life." She had to have been 12 years old when I met her. She attached a picture in the letter and she said, "I never once put on hockey skates before I met you. I wasn't an athlete. I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I was not a hockey player. You inspired me to do something else, to be something else. I put on hockey skates for the first time, and now 4 years later, I'm playing at Bishop Fenwick School as a freshman on the varsity team. When I read a letter like that, I could cry again right now thinking about it. I really could. But I bawled my eyes out when I read it. Because to me, yes, sports matter. 100%. They've been a huge part of my life, and they've taken me to so many places and met so many people. But to me, people matter. Kids matter. I wanted to be an inspiration to anyone that I came in contact with. And just receiving that one letter from that girl reminded me that I can be. And in that situation, I inspired her to be a hockey player, absolutely. And I'm so happy for her, and I hope her dream continues on that front. But every kid I've met, musicians, artists, athletes, anything, I want to inspire those kids to be passionate about something, be passionate about anything. And when I received that letter, it reminded me that we as people, no matter who we are, can inspire each other to do anything. Because the people in our lives matter. And the people in my life, whether I'm an athlete, whether I'm working on a campaign, whether I'm a businessman, whether I'm a chef, a teacher, a garbage man, I'm surrounded by people, and those people matter to me. A while back, I was invited to attend an event to speak at, or this one in particular I wasn't speaking at. I was being a guest of honor as an athlete coming to this event. I did not know anything about the event. I didn't know the woman contacting me. I did not know what the program was that they were raising money for. It was on a late, rainy Monday night. I had to get all dressed up for it. And to be completely honest with you guys, I did not want to go. I didn't want to go. I thought to myself, gosh, what's in this for me? Like, what am I going here to do? I've never thought that again since that point, because long story short, I ended up agreeing to go to that event. And the people I met that night and what I learned from all those people was beyond inspiring to me. I learned that people are passionate. Everyone is passionate about what they do. And that night, it wasn't about me. It wasn't about what I was going to get directly out of that event. But what it was about was igniting a fire in me, being so excited, being surrounded by so many great people that are passionate about other things. They didn't have to be passionate about what I was passionate about. They didn't have to talk sports with me. I didn't have to talk to them about the Olympics or anything. But they're passionate about a fundraising nonprofit that they started that raises money for Army veterans. Or they're passionate about a science project. And that, to me, is so inspiring. I love seeing the passion within people. And like I said, in my job as an athlete, I am so fortunate to travel all over the world. I've been to some incredible places, to speak at corporate functions with adults and businessmen, to go into hospitals and spend time with medical staff and kids, to go to schools and hang out with teachers and more kids. That is what I love about what I do. It's not the Olympics, it's not the hockey, the training. I love that stuff, don't get me wrong. It's the people, because in my life, people matter. I challenge all of you guys in all of your professions. Like I said, everyone in here comes from different backgrounds, different areas, different interests, different passions. I challenge you to remind yourself constantly how much people matter, because they do. I challenge you to share with other people what you do and what you're passionate about. I challenge you to listen to them in what they do and what they're passionate about. Remember their names. Remember what they do. Ask them questions. I believe that we are put here to inspire each other. And in turn, I want to let others inspire me. People matter. Let them inspire you, share with them, help them, and go into things and engage with other people, even if there's nothing in it for you, if you have no interest shared in common with them. Because I guarantee those people, whatever they talk about, whatever they're passionate about, it will lift you up. It will make you feel great, and it will inspire you. Because the people around you guys, no matter what they do, they matter. Thank you very much.